Okay, in this video, we're going to see Donald Trump, aka Mr. Blame Obama, takes questions from reporters in the Oval Office during a meeting with Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. And, I mean, in a surprise to absolutely no one, he just completely falls apart when he's asked a pretty straightforward question. You can already tell he's going to get rattled and, launch into one of his classic spirals where everything is a conspiracy against him. Just watch for the moment he deflects from the initial topic and starts rattling off a greatest hits list of his most debunked grievances, connecting things that have absolutely nothing to do with each other in this spectacular kind of chaotic mess. As usual, let's watch the video in full. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts towards the end.
I've also got a question. I find it a very interesting world that we know more about two people at a Coldplay concert just hours after that viral video than we know of Thomas Crooks 1 year after attempting to assassinate you. What is holding back the investigation on Thomas Crooks?
Well, they've reported to me and they've told me things, and they really say they haven't found anything that was abnormal. I would say this: the Secret Service was very brave, because they were right there and they jumped on me. They made a mistake. They should have had somebody on that roof, and they should have had communication with the local police, who also, they did a very good job, but they made some mistakes, and we have a whole different group of people now. I don't think anything can happen, but I think we have the best people anywhere in the world right now, and I think they've learned. And, they went into him very, in great detail. They gave me the whole thing. And what can I do? They say that it was just a nut job that was looking to do this. And I spoke with the FBI, the new FBI. I spoke to the FBI. If it was the old FBI, I wouldn't have believed a thing they said, because the old FBI under Comey was crooked as hell. He was one of the most crooked. Everybody should read the Horowitz Report. Unfortunately, Bill Barr didn't use it. But the Horowitz Report, not appointed by me, it was a report on Comey and the FBI. It is one of the worst shots at a human being I think I've ever seen. In fact, the New York Times did an editorial that was one of the worst editorials I've ever seen about anybody. That was about Comey. You ought to go back and get, and Barr didn't use it because he didn't have the guts to use it, or something happened, I don't know. Too bad. He went to Mr. Durham. Instead of doing the Durham, all they had to use is the Horowitz Report. And I always felt badly for Horowitz, frankly, because he's a Democrat, I guess. He was appointed by a Democrat. But that report has gotten lost, and it shouldn't be lost. You should all go back. It should be mandatory reading. Go back and read the Horowitz Report on Comey and his cronies. And you'll see exactly. We're going to add that to all the stuff that we found. It just confirms it. But what we found is even more so. Now, we found this isn't like evidence, this is like proof, irrefutable proof that Obama was seditious, that Obama was trying to lead a coup. And it was with Hillary Clinton, with all these other people, but Obama headed it up. And, I get a kick when I hear everyone talks about people I never even heard of. It was this one. No, it was Obama. He headed it up. And it says so right in the papers. Got everything. Got everything. This is the biggest scandal in the history of our country. And it really goes on to even the Autopen, because it all relates to the same thing. It all started, the same sick minds. You have an Autopen, which is a tremendous, well, we don't have a president. We have an Autopen that signs everything. I'll bet you sign everything. You don't have Autopens. Everybody. Who doesn't sign? You're the president of a country. But it's all that whole thing leading right up to the end of it is the Autopen. And the Autopen was used by people, and Biden knew nothing about it. Biden knew nothing about it. They were signing documents that he knew nothing about. As an example, they released the Unselect Committee of Liability. The Unselect Committee spent 2 years grilling everybody, and then they destroyed all the evidence. You know why? Because the evidence made them guilty. And he gave them all a pardon. The Cheney, all the scum that was on the Unselect Committee, Cryan, Adam Kinzinger, and Democrats. And he gave them a pardon. Do you have something else, guys?
I was just going to add one more thing.
So, where do I start? This clown of a president was asked a question about the investigation into the assassination attempt against him. And I mean, within seconds, he's talking about James Comey and Barack Obama leading a coup and some sinister presidential Autopen. It feels like a textbook case of someone who, just can't really engage with reality. But then again, what do you expect from a man like him? I guess my take here is that this whole ramble, it serves a purpose. It's a deliberate strategy, I think, to try and delegitimize every single American institution that could ever hold him accountable. The FBI, past presidents, Congress, if it doesn't bend to his will, it becomes part of a deep state plot. I mean, let's just try to refute some of this stuff directly. He tells everyone that it should be mandatory reading to go look at the, the Horowitz Report on James Comey. The irony is just, it's incredible. If people actually did read it, they'd find out it doesn't say what he claims it says. The report explicitly found no documentary or testimonial evidence that political bias or improper motivation influenced the decision to open the investigation into his 2016 campaign. Yeah, it found major problems with the FBI's process, for sure. But it completely debunks his central claim of a politically motivated witch hunt from the start. Then he pivots to this truly wild claim. Irrefutable proof that Obama was seditious, that Obama was trying to lead a coup, and it was with Hillary Clinton. Let's be 100% honest, that is a dangerous and completely unfounded accusation. This conspiracy theory has been investigated to death. I mean, even by his own Attorney General, Bill Barr, through that whole Durham investigation, which, after years of searching, failed to find anything even close to a coup led by Obama. It's a fantasy. It's just a fantasy he repeats to keep his base enraged. And then comes the Autopen. You could hear the pivot when he says, it all relates to the same thing. It all started the same sick minds. He's trying to connect an imaginary Obama-led coup to the routine use of a presidential Autopen. I mean, it is genuinely crazy to me that he presents this like it's some sort of shocking scandal. Presidents have used Autopens for decades to sign documents. And the best part, in my personal opinion, the best part is that Donald Trump himself, he used an Autopen to sign legislation. I think it was back in 2020. The hypocrisy is just, it's staggering, isn't it? And finally, his claim that the Unselect Committee on January 6th destroyed all the evidence because it made them guilty. That's just a flat out lie. The committee, as is standard procedure, transferred its records to the National Archives. Nothing was destroyed. The idea that President Biden then gave them all a pardon is, it shows a total lack of understanding of the Constitution. A president can't just pardon members of Congress for doing their jobs. It doesn't work that way. This entire clip is such a perfect window into his mindset. The whole thing creates a narrative of persecution where he's the only victim and the only solution is for him to have total power over the very institutions he claims are corrupt. It is frankly exhausting and it feels incredibly dangerous for a functioning democracy. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. While you guys are down there, do me a massive favor, hit that subscribe button and also give the video a thumbs up as well. I appreciate you guys, and as usual, I will see you guys in the next one.